All right, everyone. Hello and welcome back to JD TV. I'm your host for today, Josh Deming. We are here for the match watch along between Canada and the United States. That will kick off in about 13 or so minutes. So until then, say hello in the chat. We'll get up the starting 11s. We can talk about it. I think Jesse Marsh pretty much nailed it. I know that there's maybe one player, I guess, that I would have maybe liked to see not get the start, but other than that, it was a pretty good team. We got the United States up as well. So let's take a look. All right, here we go. So Canada is lining up in, I'm guessing it's going to be a 4-2-2, 4-4-2 system. I don't think they're going to play in the 4-2-3-1. If they do, though, it could play like this. Kripo is the keeper. Right back is Johnston. This starting 11 is just way off. But it's Bombito and Cornelius as the center backs. Davies left back. Eustachio, Chouanier, the two CDMs. Ahmed is out on the right. Schaffelberg is on the left. David and Laren would be the two strikers. So, yeah, I don't know why I don't know why it's being weird like that, but whatever, it's fine. Yeah, I can't really do anything about it. Try to find a starting 11 minute, maybe like shows it properly. But anyways, we'll go through some of the comments, see what you guys are saying. What are your guys' thoughts on the starting 11? Do you like it? Do you not? Hi, bruh. Canada will win 2-0. I like that. Let me know your guys' score prediction. I think I said 1-1 on mine. The United States is starting 11s there as well. It's pretty much, I think, the best starting 11 they could have went with. Schulte, the keeper. Scally, Richards, Ream, Christopher Lund as the left backs. Musa, Cardoso as the two CDMs. I'm guessing Tillman will be the cam. Pulisic, Aronson on the wings. And then Balogun as the striker. Can we just start already? We're getting there, 10 minutes away, and kickoff will happen. Cornelius at right wing will put in some nasty work. Yeah, I don't know. FootMobile, I guess, just don't have the updated version, but I'm assuming looking at the team, you guys will know where the proper players will go. Just stopping by to wish good luck to the Canadians. Hope we win, of course. But if y'all get the W, fair play. Yeah, I think it'll be a good game. Let's get some score predictions going, guys. All right, let us know what your score predictions. All right, let us know what score predictions you guys have. I think it'll be an entertaining game. I'm leaning towards like a 1-1, maybe like 2-1 kind of game. But I did say 1-1 in my actual one, so we'll just get that going. But let us know what you guys think. If you like the starting 11, I really did actually. And the United States with a pretty strong starting 11 as well. So it should be a good battle here. I think we all know that Jesse's going to want to get one over on the United States. So, it could be a really entertaining game. I do want, there's a couple players. I think I put out this starting 11 or something very similar to it as on a tweet. I think when I was putting up, I think that's exactly what I put. Unless I put Osorio in there. I think I said I wanted to see something along the lines of this starting 11. I think the one I said I expect from Jesse Marsh was this exact lineup, except Osorio in for Chouanier. The one that I put, I believe, was the exact same as this, except I had Tanny in instead of Laren. So it's kind of a mixture of both of those, but I really like it. I mean, Max is our starting keeper. The back four is, as you guys would expect, Johnston, Bombito, Cornelius, Davies. I like that Davies is staying back at left back. I think it really suits him in this team. It's his natural position. And I think he just kind of relaxes and plays his role. Doesn't really overthink it. He had a very I think underrated Copa America because you just maybe didn't notice him as much as you used to when it comes to Alfonso Davies, but that wasn't really a bad thing. Schwanier comes in the starting 11. I think this could be a real Jesse Marsh player, so I'm excited to see him get a few more minutes as well. He matches up with Eustachio. Ali Ahmed gets a big opportunity out on the right without Tejan Buchanan there, with no Junior Hoylett. I think that this is the type of performance where hopefully Ali can shine. I think he's the natural selection down the right hand side, and I'm glad to see he got the start. There was some debate: would it be Schaffelberg? Would it be Liam Miller? I mean, Richie Larea could have been another option as well. I was leaning towards Schaffelberg, just given the fact that he had a strong Copa America. There's question marks of whether he's better suited coming off the bench as a super sub for tired legs, but I did kind of expect him to start, and he is. So it's good to see. And then we have David and Laren up front. There's no Theo Bair. I think it would have been nice to maybe get a look at him. Jason Russell Rowe was called up. More than likely, if there was another striker that was going to start, it would have been probably Tanny. So it's Kyle Laren, it's Jonathan David. Kyle Laren could really use a big performance today. If he could score a goal or two today, I think that would give him a ton of confidence going back into his club season with Mallorca. But yeah, that's it. Game will kick off in about 7 minutes, so it should be pretty fun. We got asking you guys for your score predictions. We'll go through them. Canada will win 2-1. USA is what I hope for, but would not be surprised at a 2-2. I think it'll be close. I think with a 1-1, 2-2, 2-1 score lines are all pretty realistic. They're gonna win 3-2. It'd be entertaining. Davies will score a hat trick. We got a 1-0 prediction for Canada. I like that. I don't know. It's hard with friendlies. I like watching more competitive matches, but I do think that this friendly is very intriguing, especially because Jesse Marsh is returning to play his home country, the country that overlooked him a little bit. I think it's a great storyline, and I think he really wants to win this game. And I mean, he's he was talking with Jimmy Conrad and had some comments on how the US do things. So it was kind of shots fired. It just makes this whole experience a little bit more intriguing for everybody. So I'm pretty excited for it. Game will kick off pretty shortly as well. And hopefully you guys will all enjoy yourselves. And yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on Kyle Laren starting. I got asked, what are my thoughts on Kyle Laren starting? I'm not surprised. I expected him to start. I just did. I think when Jesse looks at his best 11, Copa America proved that Kyle Laren is in that starting 11 alongside Jonathan David. I want Kyle to get back to his best form. It's been a while, both kind of for Canada and for his club career. He's struggled at times. He's struggled to even now this season to get into starting 11s, to see any minutes. I do feel for him. I'd say he's on. I mean, I think the fans expect Kyle Laren to be on a short leash, but I don't really think that he's on a short leash with Jesse. I think Jesse's made it clear he likes what Kyle Laren does off the ball and that he's a big part of this system, the way that this team works. So I don't really know. And especially after seeing the start to the season and, his Copa America performances, I don't know, man. You guys let me know. What do you think Kyle Laren's place is right now under Jesse Marsh? Do you think that he's a guaranteed starter? Do you think that, a couple bad performances maybe in these friendlies, he's not looked at next window when we have a competitive match? Or I guess 2 windows from now? I don't think next window's competitive. I think we have a friendly against Panama. But when it comes to crunch time, when it comes to Nations League, do you think Kyle Laren will be our guy? Hey, Josh, good to see you. Good to see you as well, Kim. Hope you're keeping well. I'm going to buy Jesse back, says Mac Rocker. I don't know about that. Supposed to have Pochettino coming in at some point. I don't know when that will happen. To be honest, he should be phasing him out and start developing other strikers. So many in the pipeline. Canada does have like solid depth when it comes to the striker position. After Jonathan David, Kyle Larin, there's Tanny, who I think again will be the first striker to come off the bench. There's plenty of other strikers as well. Jason Russell Rowe, get a look. Theo Bear, I think, obviously playing in Liga, he can get a little run of form, score some goals, get his confidence up a bit. I think he could be a good one. It's kind of a shame he picked up an injury and not able to be a part of this camp. And then, there's some other dual nationals in there, but I think Tanny's really pushing in the door. And I was a little surprised that he didn't start this game. But at the same time, I'm not. I honestly did expect Kyle Larin and Jonathan David to be the two starters. Matt Crocker's back and says, "What are the chances of convincing Kolyosho? You could give me a percentage." I think it's low. I could give a percentage between Italy, the United States, Canada. For some reason, I'm kind of leaning that we have the advantage over the United States, but I would say it's like 75% Italy. I think that he was rumored to be called up to the Italian national team this window. I think that there could be a place for Kolyosho there. And I think that they're in the driver's seat, especially with him representing them at the youth level. Canada, United States, I think they can split it. Maybe we get like 5% more of the remaining 25. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I think Kolyosho, unfortunately, for the Americans and Canadians, I'm expecting him to probably end up with Italy. Tim says, "I'm good, buddy. Thanks." That is good. It's just rumored, but apparently Kolyosho might have rejected a call up to the U.S. senior team to go to the Italy U21. He's probably going to Italy if he's good enough. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Italy. I just think that he's in the driver's seat. I think Italy will give him a spot with the senior team. He's with the youth team right now. Unfortunately, I think he's gone. He's such a big dual national. He'd be great for both programs. Having if he was to find his way back to the Premier League, get good minutes there, then would have been a really, really good option for either program, really. I guess I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's getting close to kickoff, though. Hopefully, you guys are excited. If you're just joining us on the stream, drop a like, say hello, and give us your score predictions. I will stick with mine. I said 1-1. That was my original score prediction for this match. I'm going to go with it. And if I'm going to keep an eye out on storylines, leaving Jesse Marsh aside, mainly because that is the big storyline is Jesse Marsh. I would say players I would like to keep an eye out for is Kyle Larin. Kyle Larin would probably be player number one. I think he should be under a little bit of pressure, just given his recent performances. And I would love to see, him score. He scored a big goal against the United States in World Cup qualifying all those years ago. So, maybe some memories and some emotion can come back from that performance. I'd be taking a look at Ali Ahmed and Matthew Chouanier. I think those are the two other players I'm highlighting for this match. I think Chouanier can be a starter for this Canadian team. I think Ahmed can be a starter for this Canadian team. We're missing Kone. We're missing Buchanan too. So, it makes it difficult for them too. But if you look at the 4-2-3-1 system, if you drop a player like Larin, there could be an opening for Chouanier or an Ali Ahmed in that midfield with Kone, and then Buchanan can go out on the wing. So I like both of them. I like both their chances. I'm excited to see what they can do today. Matt Crocker says the unbiased, I have a 7-0 Canada win. Cheering for Canada from America. Don't tell anyone. Here we go. Bubba Jenkins, you're from the United States, or like you're an American cheering for Canada, or you're a Canadian living in America? Let me know. Yeah, I'm saying 1-1. 1-1 draw will be my prediction for today. They're singing the national anthems. I hope Canada win. Might be a draw. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. It's always great to see the national team back in action. We haven't seen them since their Copa America run, which was incredible. Probably my favorite experience watching this Canadian national team in my lifetime. World Cup was special, but we went pointless. Really after the Belgium game, maybe scoring the first goal was a really big high, but then it kind of just felt like it went downhill. Watching Copa America was just so much fun. First experience in that tournament, being an underdog, having a really tough 2023. I didn't have a lot of expectations. We had yellow leading into it. I just didn't feel good about it at all. I put out a prediction video and said that we're going to finish third in the group. A lot of Canadians agreed. They said, yeah, you're right. Like, not the way that we're playing, but Jesse Marsh just gave us a big boost in confidence. And I don't know, everything kind of clicked. He went with the players he trusted. He tried to implement his system. He had some cagey results after a pretty open game against Argentina. It was just a really fun ride. Kind of bitter that we didn't finish in third because we had that game against Uruguay. Whatever, it's fine. But now we're back in action. We get to take on the Americans. Jesse Marsh gets to go home. I kind of wish Greg was there or Potch was there because it would have made it more entertaining either way. You got the Americans had their top target, or they would have had Greg, and that would have just been entertaining on its own. So we'll see. All right. Wish you luck. No more. Let's have some fun. Cheers, Gordo. Appreciate you tuning back in. Yeah, once the Americans got bounced out, we had a lot of Americans tuning in for the watch-alongs here, so it was fun. They were living through us because they were a little bitter. But they did. Most of the Americans that tuned on to the channel wished us well. I'd be happy with a good performance with at least 2 goals. I think it could be entertaining. I can think it could be entertaining as well. America here rooting for the Americans. That's all right. Where's our Canadians? Throw a Maple Leaf or some Canadian love in the chat. If I went to Atlanta, or I went to Atlanta for Canada, Argentina, it was awesome. I bet. It was definitely an entertaining match. Hold up, getting a call from Berhalter. I forgot to block his number. He wants his job back. But yeah, it's a pretty good starting 11. I'll get the different graphics up once this thing kicks off. But all in all, I'm excited. Canada pretty much have out their best 11. In Jesse Marsh's mind, I believe this is his best 11. I thought the only exceptions maybe could have been Tanny in for Laren. You could argue maybe Liam Miller over Schaffelberg or Osorio in there for Chouanier. I like this starting 11 a lot. I'm really curious to see what it does. And I like that we're going up against the Americans that have, I think, pretty much their best 11. Any of the Americans in the chat, let me know if you would have done anything different for the U.S. starting 11. I like Schulte. I think probably a lot of the Americans would be excited to see him get a run after his Olympic performances. Scally, Richards, Ream, Christopher Lund, I think, is pretty much the best back 4. I know that you have injuries, and I'm not counting those players, but the players that are here in camp, Musa, Johnny, your 2 defensive midfielders, Tillman, Aronson, Pulisic, and Balkan. Yeah, I think that's pretty much your guys' best 11. Yeah, Canadians, let me know as well if you guys would have preferred the starting 11 to look any differently. Kilo says, I think I would have preferred Tanny for sure. I would have liked it just because it's a friendly and get a different look, but I think Jesse thinks that this is his best 11, so I kind of respect that he's going with it because he's going to want to win this game. I know it's a friendly, but at the end of the day, it's not a friendly. It's good. It's not to Jesse. No way. But kickoff is about to happen here. So if you guys are tuning in, say hello. We have begun. And I will try to get maybe they don't have the I guess we'll have that up. But they don't they don't have the whatever you call it, that little map thing. So let's have some fun. Too bad about Bear. Would have loved to see him as well. Yeah, I would have liked Theo Bear to get a look if he was in camp. But because he wasn't, I would have also liked to see Tanny get a look. Not the case though. Yeah, we're just gonna have to do it like this. But all right, let's sit back and enjoy. All right, try to get some comments in the chat. I'll answer them as we get going here. and I will just sit back and watch. This is probably the best that we could have had available, but yeah, we have a lot of injuries. Yeah, obviously, like Weston McKennie is a big one. Dest is a big one. Trying to think who else is in there. I thought you guys had another one. Oh, and Gio. Gio is probably your guys' big three. I mean, we're missing Tajon Buchanan, big player. Kone is another big player that we're missing. Hoylett, Bear, a couple other ones. So both definitely have their injury issues, but still, all in all, pretty good looking starting 11. Oh yeah, Timothy Weah as well. Oh yeah, and Tyler Adams and Jetta Robinson. So yeah, so Americans are actually missing quite a bit. That's a good little ball right there. In comes Balogun, but well defended by Bombito and almost gets nutmeg, but does well. Finds Johnston, and Ali gets a nice little foul there. Looked a little dangerous, but it just shows how quick Bombito is. Bit of a high line here for Canada. Just a nice little chip, but Bombito is quick, man. Only difference is Hadji over Aronson. Other than that, this is a pretty good starting 11 with the current players. Yeah, actually, I did see on X a few of my American followers and people I follow saying that they would like to see Hadji Wright in the starting 11, who's having a pretty good. He's had a couple of good seasons as well. Predictions? Yeah, let us know, guys. Put your predictions in the comment. For me, I said 1-1. Kind of feel like this could be open though, so maybe a 2-2, 2-1 wouldn't surprise me. But I hope we see goals. It's a friendly. I'd say the top two dogs right now in CONCACAF. Which is another nice little storyline there as well. Canada coming off of a successful Copa America. One where, the Americans definitely would have. Oh, nicely done. Nice ball. Finds David. Oh! Big opportunity right away. That was a really good ball from Kyle Aaron. Wow. Jonathan David off to a hot start. It was a beautiful little ball. It was a good hit with the left, too, on the volley. Big save there from Schulte. That's better, though. That's some good combination play there between Kyle Aaron and Jonathan David. I got a 2-1 prediction coming in. Gordo says, nice save. Dear Lord, my heart. Yeah. Yeah, we got Chouanier ripping one in. Not the best corner. A little surprised Chouanier is the one who's over corner kick duties, though. Nicely. That was a big save from Schulte, though. But I like that. It could be any the Americans or the Canadians. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite transfer this summer. Could be if you're a Canadian fan, which Canadian do you think got one of the best moves of the summer? And if you're American, you can let me know which American got a big move. I think a lot more Canadians had better moves this transfer window. I'm honestly thinking this is probably as good as a transfer window you would have ever imagined. For me, I'd probably go. You could look at either one of the Marseille guys, but I would probably go Cornelius because I'm a big fan of Derek, and if you guys have followed me on the channel and over at One Soccer, I'm a big fan of Cornelius. I just didn't know if he could have. I don't know. I just didn't know if he would have been able to make the jump from Sweden. Oh, well done from Ali. David. Oh, Davies. Looking dangerous. It's the first time we really saw Davies get forward. Those are two big opportunities from Canada pretty early in this match. Nice little ball, though. It was really well done there from Ali to be able to hold on the ball and give it to David in a nice little chip. I don't want it to be the story of Copa America where we missed a lot of our chances. But I don't think you can ask much more from David off the volley he got off. And from Davies there, it wasn't like the greatest opportunity. But they're creating, they're looking dangerous so far. But yeah, getting back to favorite transfer, mine was just Cornelius. I just didn't think that a team like Marseille was, well done. Ali Ahmed's having a good little start to this game. Look at him go. Oh, nice ball from Ali Ahmed. Off to a great start. Kyle Aaron. Oh, Chauanier, Davies. Really positive start from Ali Ahmed. I'm liking it. 7 minutes in, Canada's having a lot more of the ball. Nicely defended there. Yeah, sorry, I keep getting interrupted. I was just asking you guys who's your favorite signing ice from Canadian or Americans, depending, you know, fan base watching in the chat right now. But I said mine was Cornelius. I just didn't think he could pull it off, and he's off to a good start with Marseille getting a couple starts already, playing relatively well. It's not like they're perfect. He's got definitely a bit of a learning curve, making a big step up to a top league like that. Nice ball once again. They're off to a really good start here. Yeah, I liked it, but I mean, yeah, I've seen Kone to Marseille is another great move. I think that he'll be a deserving player for sure. Wambito to Nice, another great one. Honestly, there's a lot of great moves. For being completely honest here. Um, Schaffel Schaffelberg would have been nice to see Schaffelberg get a move, but I don't know, man. I don't think he really wanted to. I don't think he wanted to move. I think he loves Nashville. Um, and you know, I gotta respect it, but I think a lot of Canadian fans would have really liked to see him, get a move. But that's all right. I think Schaffelberg is enjoying that. Oh yeah, what happened to Schaffelberg after Copa America? There was no interest. I thought there was definitely interest. Um, guys, give me one sec. Um, there was definitely interest, just not enough for him to move. I think he really likes the situation at Nashville, which I totally respect. Um, but who knows? Maybe sometime in the future. I thought like going to like a PSV would have been a pretty cool little opportunity for him. Where do you think David will end up, or do you think he might resign next year? Let me know. Where do you guys think Jonathan David will end up next year? It's a topic that if you've again been following me for a while, you know that I have talked a lot about. I think he's gonna end up. I'm torn. I am leaning a little bit towards Syria. I'm leaning a little bit towards Syria, mainly because I think when it comes to free transfers, like Juve, Inter, they're all over that. And there was a report out today kind of mentioning and highlighting that Juventus, Inter could be two teams interested in him. So that's kind of where I'm leaning. Kind of where I'm leaning. But yeah, let me know. I'm gonna say Juve. I don't know. I just got a hunch. I just have a hunch that it's gonna be Juventus. All right. Yeah, if you guys are joining us in the stream, drop a like. Let's get over to 20 likes. Say hello. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from today. I'm watching from good old Canada. I know we got a few Americans tuning in, a few Canadians as well. Try to get to a couple messages here. I'm getting a message on One Soccer that streaming is unavailable. Is that for anything else? I did not get that email. Let me know if you guys are able to watch the game. I'm watching it right now, no problem. Nice done there by Eustachio. I feel like he'd shine at Spurs. I feel like Spurs would be his option if he went to the Premier League. He has said multiple times, "Oh, a big foul there on Schaffelberg. It's wiped out." Schaffelberg got taken out. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of think he'll end up at Juve, but if he ends up in the Premier League, I would like to see him go to Tottenham because I think that would be a good spot for him. I thought he should have went to Tottenham honestly 2 years ago, and they were heavily linked. But there's so many teams that are heavily linked to David. It's hard to know what to believe honestly nowadays. I don't know. He's made it clear he wants to go to the Prem. I think as a free, he'll be very interesting striker for plenty of different teams, but I don't know. Just something about free transfers in Serie A. I don't know, man. It's kind of where I'm going. Inter, or if one of their strikers ends up moving on, he could be an option there. Good little run there from I think that's Tillman. Oh, really good ball as well. Well done from Cornelius. Tillman, Balogun. Get it out, you step. Oh, well done. Well done. So far, Canada's looking good. We are looking shaky as hell. Yeah, Canada's definitely had the better chances in this opening. That was really good there from Timothy Tillman, though. Nice little chop, good run, show some strength. It's like a imperfect pass off to Balogun. You should try to get into one-on-one interviews with CPL or Canadian national team players through this channel. Always interesting watching you on One Soccer. I've interviewed players on this channel before. I've had recently had Thomas David on. I've had Liam Miller on. I'm gonna try. I do most of the interviews over on One Soccer with Alex, though. We got a bunch dropping. Getting Promise David on One Soccer as well. We interviewed Santiago Lopez, which will be dropping soon. Shaquille Marshall already was already posted. Stephen Afrifa is going to be dropping. I'm assuming maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after. Yeah, I try to get as many interviews as I can. I have put in I am trying to get a player on the channel, so we'll see if I am able to do it or not. Yeah, there's a ton of interviews we're dropping on One Soccer that you guys are like. I mean, Santiago Lopez is going to be an excellent. It was an excellent interview. I can't wait to drop it for you guys to take a look. I think you guys will really like that one. Wouldn't mind him at Spurs. Would be a good situation for him. I agree. If he goes to the Prem at Spurs, and honestly, if he goes to Italy, I probably prefer Inter, just given, I guess, how successful they are. I like the way that they play. I think we suit that two-striker system. My only worry is they have options there. So it kind of depends on what the game time situation would look like. So run there from Johnston. Tournier. Scotty Arfield's at Bolton. Wish he would have stayed. Yeah, I think Bolton's in League One, though. Not the championship, I believe. Ahmed's off to a good start. Finds Johnston. Oh. I think Ali's been one of the best players in the. Look at him. I think Ali Ahmed's been the best player in the pitch so far. Oh, what a good opportunity. Yeah, Ali Ahmed's been everywhere tonight. Couple big performances. Oh, that was a good chance, though. Once again, I mean, man, it's coming from Ali Ahmed. Winning the ball like that, putting in a good pass. He's looked good today. The nice thing about that performance for Ali is that he's got one of the opportunities to push at a starting spot. Now he's playing down the right-hand side. Look at that. Well done, David. Hit it. Jacob Schaffelberg once again against the United States scores a beauty. Well done. Canada's been the better team. Jacob Schaffelberg. I love it. Does it against the U.S. Men's national teams once again. Fantastic. Fantastic finish from Schaffelberg. Gotta love it. I mean, it's deserved. Canada's been better, man. Canada's been better. It's a deserved lead. Jacob Schaffelberg. I don't know if there's debate. I don't know, like if he should have started or if it should have been Liam Miller, but he's just on such a roll right now with the men's national team, and it's not surprising whatsoever that you know he scores the goal. Shaft does it against the U.S. men's national team once again. Canada's just been fantastic so far. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And it was funny because you guys were mentioning in the chat, you're just like, I wish Shaft got a move. Yeah, I mean the way he plays, it would not be nicely done. Get there. Davies as well. Chouanière. Shaft tries to get a shot off. Really interested to see where Ahmed goes. I think Ahmed's got a big opportunity to go to Europe. If I'm looking at one of the MLS players, I mean Schaffelberg had the opportunity. Cloak put out a report that teams in the Netherlands, Belgium, Germany, and Mexico were looking at him. I just think he likes the situation in Nashville. Maybe that'll change. Maybe it won't. But regardless, when he plays for Canada, man, he performs. And Canada's just off to a great start so far. But yeah, with Ali Ahmed, I think he's gonna be a player that'll be going to Europe at some point. Man, he's so good. Very good on the ball. I mean, his pressing today has been fantastic. Doesn't run out of energy. He wins the ball back in important areas. He was about to try to do it again there, but he gets the foul. But I mean, he's created opportunities today because he's been able to win the ball back. Good pass for the ball. He's versatile. He can play in the middle. And I think this game right now, having Chouanière and Ahmed, I know they're playing in different positions, but there is an opening depending on how Canada's going to kind of grow, whether they go into that three-man midfield or even Tajon Buchanan, if we're being completely honest. Buchanan's had a pretty difficult 2023 as well. Injuries haven't been great for him, but I don't think it's crazy to say that the way that Ali Ahmed, has started this game at least, and if he can play the way that we know he can be a player that pushes Tajon even when healthy. But let me know, am I crazy, guys? Do you think that Ali Ahmed can push Tajon Buchanan for a starting spot down the right-hand side? Or do you think when Buchanan's fit, it's more likely that Ali would have to start in the midfield? So if we play like a 4-2-3-1, is Ali going to have to play in there? Or like a 4-3-3, is Ali going to have to play in there with Kone and Eustachio? Because I've loved everything I've seen so far. 20 minutes in from Ahmed. I think he's been the best player in the pitch. And I don't know. I kind of want to see a way if we could get him into this starting 11 when all of our players back. The two big ones being Buchanan and Kone. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thoughts on the game so far? Thoughts on Ahmed? Thoughts on Schaffelberg? Nicely done there. And speaking of Schwanier, again, another player looking to push his way in. He just got the move to Grasshopper in the Swiss League. Does a nice job there. And the US are coming up. That's a good ball. Balogun. Pulisic. Oh. That's a dangerous opportunity there. David lost the ball under a lot of pressure. Nicely done. Poor challenge from Cornelius. Good ball. Balogun and just... Oh, it was a big opportunity from the US. It was well done from them. I think Tejan needs that. A bit of fire under him. Why not? Tejan hasn't been playing particularly well for Canada for a while. 100% Ahmed isn't as fast as Buchanan. Ahmed is way more technical. He is. Yeah, I mean, you would have thought the way that Buchanan's career was skyrocketing and getting that move to Inter, I wouldn't have really felt like his position would have been under threat. But he hasn't been playing overly well for Canada. I mean, unfortunately, injuries and making the move mid-season made it difficult for him to get a ton of minutes with Inter. So it can be difficult, but yeah, I mean, I agree. I think Aliama could definitely push Buchanan for a starting role, especially playing the way that he is. He just brings something a little bit different. And right now, so far, 23 minutes in, the thing I'm noticing the most is just his work off the ball. The way that he can win it back, the way that he's sneaky about the way he wins it back. He's very good with the ball at his feet. He's just, I don't know. He's really, really impressed me so far. And he's been impressing me for a while. Maybe it's because he, when I picture the right-hand side, there's an injury already. That's too bad. Johnson's coming off and Richie's going in. But when I picture the right-hand side, I picture Buchanan. But if you guys are just joining us on the stream, drop a like. Say hello. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Let me know your thoughts on the match so far. 23 minutes in for Jesse Marsh in Canada. I don't think it could have gone much better. They had a couple pretty good opportunities. They scored a goal. Big opportunity here. But look at Bombito, man. Look at Bombito. Oh, Pulisic couldn't stand it. Oh, look at that. It was a really good ball, man. Bombito's speed and strength is so impressive. His recovery speed to do that. I love that. Bobby just having a pretty solid game too. So Richie Larea comes in. That is the one, downside is that Alistair Johnson goes off with a knock. In comes Richie Larea going right to right back. Canada is the king of CONCACAF, tuning in from London, Ontario. Welcome. Yeah, let us know where you guys are tuning in from. I live pretty close to London. I'd say that's kind of like my home city. I don't live in London, but I live near London. So I like that. At the beginning, Tejan played well for Club Bruges. Since he hasn't necessarily played for the club. Yeah. No, it's true. Like when he got the move to Inter, I mean, it was fantastic. It's such a step up, obviously, from the Belgian top flight. It's just he didn't play, man, and he was not given a ton of opportunities. He hardly featured last season. He picked up the injury, came at a bad time. He didn't necessarily play overly well for Canada in 2023. He didn't have a strong Copa America, and then obviously getting the injury. So he's back in training right now, or so is Kone. So two big positive there for two important players. Oh, look at Crepeau. Does not care. Is it just me, or do you guys think Canada's playing with a little bit of swagger right now? I don't know. I mean, Ahmed certainly is. Crepeau just, under a little pressure there, has no problem with it. Bombito doesn't matter how many steps you have on him. He just seems to find a way to be able to get the ball. That's another good ball. And here comes Ali Ahmed once again. Oh, it's a little deep. Find Schaff. Laren. God. I do want to see Kyle Laren score, man. I really do. This would be a great opportunity for him to just get a little confidence back. Liam Miller, to me, is very frustrating. He has a lot of talent, just needs to learn when to stop playing the ball. Yeah, I like Liam Miller's game a lot, and I think that, I think when it comes to Canada, I think because it took him a while to kind of maybe lock down a bit of a starting spot. At times, maybe he gets a little too excited, but he does a lot of really good work off the ball. I think playing at wingback grew his game a lot, where he can be relied on the defensive side of things. He's got a wicked shot too. If you give him space, you've seen him, or go look up some of his highlights. He can score a banger when it comes. Another good ball in the box. When it comes down to it, and he's a different profile. So I kind of like having Schaffelberg and Miller down the left-hand side, pushing Davies back to left back. They're two different players, and whether it's Schaffelberg coming off the bench or Miller coming off the bench, they give something different. They're both quick. They're both tricky. I think Schaff's a little bit more direct. Miller's a little bit more well-rounded when it comes to both sides of the ball. But yeah, I know he can frustrate some players or some fans when it comes to just maybe making the wrong decision in the final third. Why don't Americans know how to play football? I'm looking forward to how Canada's group in the World Cup 2026. I want to buy tickets. Yeah, let me know if you guys are gonna try to go to one of the games in the 2026 World Cup. I certainly will. Unfortunately, I don't think it'll be out in BC just because I'm closer to Toronto, but definitely don't want to miss that. It's gonna be crazy though, man. The amount of people that are going to be in Canada for the 2026 World Cup. Got to start applying for like accreditation as soon as you possibly can. Yeah, I've liked what I've seen so far. Let me know what you guys' biggest takeaway is of the match so far. 28 minutes in. If I were just going super simple, I feel like Canada's more up for it. I don't know if you guys get that same kind of vibe, but about close to 30 minutes in, I just feel like Canada, they wanted a little bit more. They've created more opportunities. They've done really well, putting pressure on the United States, winning the ball back in good positions. They just seem hungrier. They just did it once again there. They're playing with more confident. I don't know, man. Energy, swagger. Like I don't know how to describe it. I just feel like Jesse Marsh got them more up for it. They probably know what it means to Jesse too. Have a ton of respect. Like they win the ball there once again. Here comes Ahmed, having a really strong game, linking up. Look at JD. Shows a little strength. Wins the foul. Just round of applause, man. The energy, the swagger. I see it too. Yeah, like I don't know, man. Canada's 100% up for this game. U.S. men's national team playing like they don't give a shit as per usual. It's kind of how I'm describing it, man. Like I have like no complaints right now. I'm watching a team that cares more than the Americans do, and that's just straight up what we are doing here. Here in Brazil, from first grade to high school, students play football at recess. In America, they play basketball. Well, I definitely played soccer every recess, and I grew up in Canada, but I wasn't as good as the Brazilians. So, nice little ball. Oh. Canada looking dangerous once again. It's a good ball, but I think that was Bombito who whipped that in. I need to take another look. Kind of seems like an odd person to be whipping a ball in from there, but Cornelius got up there, put a little pressure on the Americans. Yeah, but I like that swagger. I think that is my big. I think that's gonna be my biggest takeaway so far. Is the Canadians are playing with swagger, playing with confidence, and they've just been the better team. But also, there's been some individuals that's really impressed me so far. Ali Ahmed, like I mentioned, is number one. But honestly, Bombito, multiple times throughout this match so far, has impressed me with his speed, his recovery speed. When the Americans got some fast players too, and he needs like 2-3 steps, and he's caught right up to the player. His strength as well. Look at Kyle Aaron. Look at Kyle Aaron. Oh no, I would have. Oh, Kyle Aaron needed that. Oh, that's another good save from Schulte, man. That was a really poor ball. Nice, but that was a nice ball from Chouanier. Kyle, like that's I guess you don't expect to score from there. It's a nice save. But I mean that's a good run. Kyle Aaron showing some strength there. But damn, man. Just right up for it. I have some interesting takeaways. Oh man, I feel hot. Kyle Aaron needed that. Is it true all teams in the first national division pay Messi to play in Miami? I don't 100% know. Does anybody know that answer? Is there parts of every team's salary? I remember hearing a rumor around that, but I've never really looked too much into it. Nice little run there from Richie Larea. Well defended once again, but making great runs. Corner kick coming up here for Canada. Forcing mistakes. I meant to type. Shafts on the corner right now. Gord says, appreciate you doing this, Josh. I remember the good old days gathering here watching Canada and Bahrain. Yeah, watchalongs were a lot of fun. When I first started this channel, I found a bunch of Canadian fans I just did not know existed in this country. It was awesome. It was some of my favorite memories on this channel. I mean, my favorite memories now are Copa America for sure. But I think my most special memories since I started covering this national team was honestly the first stage of World Cup qualifying in 2021, right? 2022. Beginning of 2022. I think. Is that when it started? I can't even remember. It's either the beginning of 2021 or the beginning of 2022. But yeah, it was when we played the Bahamas and I just found a big community of Canadian soccer fans, and it's just grown so much since then. It's been fantastic. Ahmed is the Energizer Bunny. But yeah, Gord, appreciate you tuning back in the stream. Hopefully you guys are enjoying yourselves. If you're Canadian, I definitely think you are. If you're not Canadian, maybe not so much. So if you're Canadian, let me know how much you're enjoying the game right now on a scale of 1 to 10. And if you're American, do the same. Because as a Canadian right now, I mean, you guys kind of all just agreed. It's just like I'm watching my national team that is up for this, wants to win, and it's just a lot of pretty good individual performances I'm seeing right now. The Americans just, I don't know. They just don't seem quite up for it. They're playing very sloppy. They're not doing well with the press. Canada's winning. The one thing that I've noticed so far is Canada's won the ball a lot high up the pitch, and they are turning it over, and they're going right down the Americans' throats. Ahmed's been a big part of that. David and Laren have done a good job pressing from the front. Chouanier's had a couple turnovers as well. They just look dangerous. I bet $10 on 2 U.S. goals. Bad team, don't score 1 goal today. 10 out of 10 right now for the Canadian. I'm a dual citizen, seriously. Gord, you're a dual citizen? Like you're Canadian-American? I did not know that. Will you find out the status of Johnston? I will take a look. I haven't heard. I'm not listening to the audio right now, so I've just been chatting with you guys. So I haven't heard anything. I think it's Wheeler on the call. I have no idea if they mentioned it. So if anyone's listening to the audio, let me know if they've mentioned anything about Johnson's injury. But I don't have anything to say. I just saw him go off. Larea came on and didn't have the audio on. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying myself too. I'm 9 out of 10. We're up 1-0, but I just don't know. I've really liked a lot of these performances so far. And that's Jesse just telling his guys to get up. Good stuff. Going on my honeymoon as well. So I don't know if any of you guys have been going to see 2 games naturally. So sorry to my beautiful wife who didn't have much of a say, but I'm going to see Barcelona play and Benfica play. So if there's any Barca fans or any Benfica fans in the chat, I don't know if you have any tips or anything that I should do before going to one of those 2 games. I don't know if there's any of you guys who've been there, but I'm very excited. I'm really excited for the Benfica game because their stadium looks unreal when it comes to just being able to enjoy a game. It's newer. It doesn't really look like there's a bad seat in the house, and we're dead center. Tickets were super cheap as well. Attaboy Max. Chouanier, nice ball. Here's Davies, and you don't even, honestly, man, you don't notice Davies that much when he's playing at left back. And that's a poor ball, but Ahmed keeps it in. Eustachio. Big shout out to Eustachio's brother, Mario Eustachio, who is on the bench for one of the assistant coaches in this camp, which is unreal. David! Oh. Trying to think of my takeaways right now. Canada's they've been the much better team, playing with confidence and swagger, I guess, would be my number one. Ahmed's been fantastic. Bombito sticks out. How would you rate Canada's performance right now? I'd say fantastic. Let me know how you guys would rate it, but I mean, they're playing with confidence. They're playing with swagger. They're very well organized. That's a good ball. It's well defended by Richie. They're doing a really good job at pressing and counter pressing when it comes to the United States. They haven't been passing very well because they're just under so much pressure. Ahmed's done a great job at winning some turnovers. David and Laren are doing their part. Chouanier as well, I think, has looked really comfortable with Eustachio in the midfield. I think it's a really professional performance right now, and it's a team that's just hungrier. Schaffelberg took his one opportunity. He's been a little quiet. Bombito's recovery runs have something that just sticks out to me, man. He's so fast. He's so strong. There's 2 times because, Canada play that high line, which is, I think, one of the main reasons that Jesse Marsh looked up Bombito before Copa America and was like, I'm giving you a starting role. I'm making you a big part of this team going forward because you suit my system. And when we play this little bit of a higher line, if they put a ball in behind, he's just got the strength and recovery speed to be able to get it. And he's going up against fast players. It was Balogun and Pulisic. Both of those players are quick, and I think they each had 2 or 3 steps on Bombito, and it didn't really matter. Really impressive to be able to make the recovery run, win the ball, and then win a goal kick. All you can ask, man. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what your guys' biggest takeaway is from this match. Has a player stuck out to you? Is it just simply, the team's playing better tactics? Let me know. David's vision and his ability to step into open space like a ghost is incredible. That pass to Schaffelberg was remarkable. Well said, Gord. I agree. Gord says, I'm a dual citizen. My heart is for Canada because we're part of something that needs to be building and support. But he went to school in Rochester, lived in New Orleans. Okay, yeah, so you are definitely a dual national. You should do a tour of Camp Nou, Josh. It's about $50. I've done that. I have done that before. So they're not playing in Camp Nou right now. It's under renovation, so they're playing at some other stadium. But last time I was in Barcelona, I went to Camp Nou, watched a game, and did a tour. But maybe I'll do it again. See if the wife wants to. I just love how the Canadian players are linking up with their passes. Yeah, they are. David drops, does well. Look at that. So much space. Nice ball. There we go. Schaffelberg. I think we probably get another one here before half. Finds David. Chouanier. Davies. Oh, come on, put it in! Laren! No! Oh, Laren, you need to put that away. Oh, I want to see him score so badly. He desperately needs a goal. That was really well worked once again. Davies, a couple little step overs. David, I don't know if he meant to leave it, but that's gotta be put back in net. Two big opportunities for Kyle Laren to score and break his goal drought. Oh man. Oh, it could be 2-3 Canada right now. Schaffelberg corner coming in. Laren once again. What do you guys think? Does Laren have to score that? Because I don't know, man. The first one, I think the first one was a really good run, and he was under a little bit of pressure. And got a shot. I don't know. I don't expect him to score the first one. It just kind of looks like that one's got to be in the back of the net. Did you say wife? I did. I got married this summer. Married man. It is a little frustrating, man. Scoring isn't Laren's agenda right now. You just kind of feel for the guy, man. Kim says, congratulations, Josh. I missed a lot. Thank you. Yeah, it was a beautiful wedding. Married my best friend. And now we're going to go on our honeymoon, and she's letting me go to 2 soccer games. So great lady. Predictions for the Mexico game. I mean, the way that Canada's playing here, man, I think it'd be close. I'm going to say, I'll say 2-1 Canada. Here comes Davies, and look at that speed. Look at Laren. Nice ball. Kyle Laren, opportunity number 3. He holds it up. Finds Davies at the top of the box. Ali Ahmed goes for it. Look at the confidence in that guy. Chouanier whips it out. Schaffelberg. Curious to see if Schaff will come off. I mean, I know he scored the goal, but he's been a little quiet this half. I don't know if maybe like a Liam Miller substitution might make sense. I don't know. This was fun, though. Laren is playing in a supporting role. Yeah. I don't know. I want to see him score, man. I want to see him score. I feel for him. I really do. It's tough on a striker when you're under pressure like that. You just can't really find a way despite having opportunity. Nice little ball there from David. Oh, man. Ton of opportunity. And that's half. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot to talk about at halftime. That was a really... Let's try to go through some takeaways. So I have Canada The much better team, playing with confidence and swagger. Ahmed's been fantastic. Bito. Bombito is a wall. Creating a lot of chances. All right, I think I have my takeaways. All right. So I have Canada is the much better team, playing with confidence and swagger. I think Ahmed's been fantastic. Bombito's been a wall. Canada's press is excellent, winning the ball in dangerous areas, creating a lot of chances. We should be up 3-0. Impressive half. There it is. All right, guys, let's get over to the let's get over to stop sharing you, and I'm going to start sharing you. I'll put up my takeaways. Let me know, guys. Drop a like if you're just tuning in. Let me know your guys' 5 takeaways or any takeaways. I just, that was an excellent half, man. I got like no complaints. That was like a 9 out of 10. We are the much better team. We are way more up for it. We've created a ton of opportunities. Some really impressive individual performances, I think, throughout that match so far. I love it. Ahmed says, good luck, Canada, JGD from Morocco with a heart. Cheers, Ahmed. I appreciate it. Gord says, we're winning. So now next lesson, learn how to defend this lead with our lives. I like that. I want to see them see out this match. We've definitely had history of, giving away leads, and that third place performance really hurt me a little bit. Philip says, good old Josh. How you guys doing? Laren, OMG. Yeah, that was kind of the one negative part, and I feel from it. I said it beforehand. I really want to see Kyle Laren score a goal. His club career has been not great, and his performances at Copa America were solid. It's just for a striker, it could have been a perfect Copa America if he put away even a few of the chances that he had. And that's what I think is the frustrating part for us Canadian fans is I think what Kyle Laren and Jonathan David are doing off the ball is the main reason that Kyle Laren continues to be in the starting 11, because he's good at it. He's, and that's not necessarily something I thought he'd be good at under Jesse Marsh. I think they can work together. We saw a really good ball early on with a nice cross from Laren to David. They have been creating space for each other. It's just like if Kyle Laren puts away one of those 2 chances, especially the second one, because the first one just showed a really impressive run. He showed his strength. He showed his ability. He was very direct. He got a shot off. It was a good save. But the second, I understand not getting that one, but then another chance comes your way, and it's just about kind of being in form, being a striker with more reacts more than just overthinks. And I don't know. I'm just kind of coming up with stuff. I don't even know what to say. We'll take a look at subs though. Let me know what subs you guys would maybe look to make in the second half. I wanted a good performance and at least 2 goals so far. Massive check and half check. Fantastic half performance. I agree. The performance over anything has been really good. And I beg the question, is Ali Ahmed pushing for Tajon Buchanan, or has he, has a performance like this taken a Tajon Buchanan spot? Because I think he's been excellent. I think Ahmed's been the best player on the pitch today. Bombito is a close second for me. USA is a team in transition. we have cohesion. Jesse Marsh's vision of how he wants to play is definitely on display. I don't know why I said definitely. because you didn't. But yes, I agree. Schaffel goat with the goal. I think Schaffelberg's been a little quiet though. Like I know he scored the goal, which is nice. Good work from David as well. But I think he's been a little quiet. So it wouldn't surprise me if maybe he's a potential player who looks to get subbed out. What subs do you see happening? Let me take a look. Let me know what you guys think, because this is the friendly too, guys. So but I mean, I think this is the game Jesse Marsh wants to win. So I want to be careful about just making a bunch of substitutions. So obviously, one substitution has already happened. Larea went on for Johnson, who went with an injury. Hopefully all is good. Like, if I'm going off of just the performance and then being realistic, like Crepeau staying in, the entire back four now, like Larea, Bito, Cornelius Davies is staying in. Eustachio Chouanier for me is staying in. Ahmed's been great. David's been good. So I would look at two substitutions if you're going to make any, and it would be Larin and Schaffelberg. And I just think they're kind of obvious ones. I'd probably bring on Tanny for Larin up front, and I'd bring on Liam Miller for Schaffelberg out wide, or maybe give Steven Afrifa an opportunity out wide. Those are the only two players I would look at. I don't know if Jesse Marsh will make a substitution. I don't, but those are the kind of the two players I'm looking at. Like, I don't really see Kamal Miller come on. Nico Seeger would be really cool. I don't know yet. I think that's more of like maybe a 70, 80 minute sub. I don't think Osorio either. Saliba, I don't think so. So yeah, probably Afrifa, Liam Miller, and Tanny are my three guys I'm looking at. Bombito has been super impressive. Eustachio has been great with interception, winning balls. Should have scored the opener, but happy to set up the first right after. Definitely should be up by 3, right? Like we've been great. It does get frustrating though, because two things that this Canadian team have kind of been known for recently, I guess, not taking their chances. And I think that's probably one of the biggest ones is we do create opportunities. We just haven't been taking them. Jonathan David's not perfect either. I know he scored 2 goals in Copa America, but he missed some big chances as well. Kyle Larin is the obvious one. And it's frustrating because Kyle Larin is a good player. He's a good striker. He's in a bad run of form right now. And, Kyle Larin in his Besiktas days, I think he scores 2 goals in this match, but it hasn't really been going for him. And the other one is holding on to leads. So let's see how Jesse does this. It's a friendly, but because it's the United States, I think Jesse will try to play this thing out where, we don't give up a lead, but that's easier said than done. David Schaffelberg is an underrated duo. If you were making 3 substitutions at half, okay. So I said the 3 players I would probably look at. I would say Tanny for Larin, Afrifa for Schaffelberg, and if you're making me do another one, I don't know. I don't really want to take off Ahmed or Chouanier or Eustachio or anyone really in the back 3. I don't know. It's tough. I don't know. I'd probably want to bring on Seeger to get a look at him, but I don't think he's ready to come on. And if I was bringing on a Afrifa, I'd probably have to take off I don't know. I don't know if I want to. I would only want to see 2 players maybe get substituted. I don't really want to see Ahmed come. I'd probably have to take off Chouanier then, and bring on Seeger, but I don't think that's going to happen. Solid half from Canada. The aggression, press, the effort was there. Had great chances from Larin, Ahmed playing well, David and Davies too. Well said, Matthew. You don't notice Davies as much, man, playing at left back. Every once in a while, see him bomb up the pitch, but for the most part, he's just doing his job. The problem with Kyle Larin is enjoying life at Majorca too much, the beach, nightlife, island lifestyle. Well, I don't know. Because if you look at Larin's past few years, he had an excellent season at Besiktas. He stayed a little bit, maybe he had a bit of a down year the following season at Besiktas. He went to Club Brugge for half a season, was really poor. Then he went to Valladolid, where he was excellent, which is the reason he got the move to stay in the league after his side got relegated. I wonder what would have happened if Valladolid would have stayed up. He was in an environment that worked with him. Unfortunately, it got relegated. He had to go to a different La Liga club, and it just hasn't quite worked out for him at Mallorca. And this season looks like it'll be a struggle for game time. Curious about Russell Rowe. Wouldn't mind seeing more of Tanny. Would be good for him to get some goals with his caps. I'd like to see Russell Rowe as well. And I think he would be a deserving player to be brought off the bench and give some minutes. I'm glad that he was called into camp as well. So we'll have to see. Definitely, I definitely think that's an option. One goal from David in the second half. Vince Laren, not happy. I'd like to see Seager for Chouanier. And yeah, that would probably be my pick if I was going for my 3. Bombito is the real deal. So good. It is, man. It is. He's a good one. I'm hoping he can have I mean, I know he's coming off a red card with knees, which, isn't great for the confidence, but I think he'd be in for a big season. Wouldn't be surprised to see him try and play Schaffelberg for the full 90. I don't think that he'll play Schaffelberg for the full 90. I personally don't. I think he'll probably bring him up at some point for Liam Miller. It's just what we see, and the way that Schaffelberg runs, I don't think he can really go the full 90 and be impactful. And I haven't, he scored the goal, but he's been kind of quiet afterwards. So it wouldn't surprise me if he's a player that is one of the first ones to get pulled off. Chouanier is playing really well too, which is important, man. It's a position that we're desperate for. It's why Nico Seeger was such a big get for us. Dual national, 6, but having players like Chouanier step up, he got to move to Europe. I wasn't crazy about the destination, but I respect it. I think Chouanier's a better player. I think he could go somewhere elsewhere, but the Swiss league's still a solid league, so I'm excited to see what he can do there. I know the club's had some troubles, but he's playing really well. Chouanier has had a really good half. Ahmed's the one who stood out the most to me. Just his ability, man, just to press, win the ball in important areas. He's really good with his body position to be able to, if you watched a couple of them, I can't remember who had it. It would have been, I think, Christopher Lund down the left-hand side, because he would have been the left back, and Ahmed went at him, got his body in a good position, won the ball back, and Canada was just going right down the other way. A lot of the players have, man, like Chouanier, Eustachio, David, Laren, Schaffelberg, and Ahmed. All of them are just pressing high up the pitch, trying to win the ball back, trying to play Jesse's style. Makes it really difficult for a team that's like the United States that aren't really up for it to be able to play through that. And I think that's why that we've been creating so many chances, and we've been by far the better team here in this first half. Let's just see if we can carry on. Chouanier playing better than Eustachio? I think so in this match, yeah. Josh, early question, but what Canada supposed to do in 2026, or what's the objective? I'd say the objective, considering we have never even won a match or picked up a point at a World Cup, would be, I don't know, would be win a game. I think that's the first objective. I don't know. What do you guys think? What's our objective for the 2026 World Cup? I'd like to say make it out of the group, because we're one of the host nations. It's an expanded World Cup. We should have a decent group. So I think, but I mean, we've played 6 World Cup games and we haven't got a point, so I don't think that's overly realistic. I'd say get a win, and then a really good World Cup would be to make it out of the group. Mexico Tuesday, got to get some subs in. Ahmed is doing great. He is. Bombito is a stud. We're going right to that comment. He is a stud, man. Enjoyed every second of this. Quarterfinal for the World Cup. Win the World Cup. Love the grit from the guys. I do too. They're playing well, man. Playing with swagger. That's kind of that's the vibe we're going with. Come on, guys. We're going to win. Yeah. Get the pro line. What's the prop bet saying? Depending on our group, we got group of death last time. I think we can make it out. Yeah, I would say just because we're we haven't got a point at a World Cup. I just can't with a straight face be like, we need to make it out of the group, especially without knowing our group. So I would just say I would like to see a win. That is right now. That's the goal. And then once we get the group, we can decide from there. Goal should be to win the group. Yeah, you guys should go. We're going right for it. I like it. That's fine. Win the group and it could be. I need to see the group before it. But I'll just say win a game at the World Cup. Play well. Have Jesse Marsh being a stud. But all right, to wrap it up, guys, before we get back into the second half here, those are my 5 takeaways very quickly. Canada's playing with swagger. Ahmed's been fantastic. Bombito is a wall. Canada's press, probably one of the number one things that you can notice throughout this game, especially against a team that's just not playing that well. Winning the ball in dangerous areas, continually putting pressure on the United States. We created a ton of chances. A little bit disappointed with our finishing. Overall, really impressive half. So let's get the game back up here. 1-0 Canada. If you guys are with us, drop a like, say hello. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Second half's about to get back underway. And just quickly, rapid fire them off. Just let me know what your biggest takeaway was from this half. One thing, if you had to put it, what sticks out to you? You can just say a name. You can say Ahmed. You can say Bombito. You can say Jesse Marsh being amazing. You know, let me know. For me, if I had to pick one, I would just straight up say, have you texted? I would say the swagger thing. Just the way that we're playing. I love it. You texted Filippo yet? No, but I'll. I can bug them in a bit. I haven't popped over their stream because I'm obviously streaming, but I would love to see their reactions. But all right, we're underway, guys. Underway in the second half. 1-0 Canada. Let's see how we do. Eustachio has been sneaky great. I think Schwannier has been sneaky great too. I don't think there's any subs. Anyone in the chat, let me know if I missed something here. Just trying to take a look. I still see everybody that started the game. I don't think there's any subs. I'm not listening to the audio, so. Oh, nicely done. Another poor pass from United States. And a good foul, one up the pitch. Just sloppy from the Americans, man. We must defend our goal with our lives, sacrifice, suffer, fight. Yeah. I want this Canadian team to win this game for Jesse. That's what I want. Jesse's done everything right so far to win over a fan base, win over the players. I mean, he's talking about singing the Canada national anthem, not the American national anthem. I love it. Taking shots at the US. Just a big fan of Jesse. This game means something to him. I want to see this. I want to see this game be seen out like professionals. And we'll have to see, man. Because if we get another chance, like I'd like to see Canada just put one in the back of the net, make it 2-0, make things relax a little bit. Because the first half, it could have been 3-0. We need that clean sheet. Ali Ahmed is having a game, man. I know that wasn't like a great effort, but he's playing with confidence. That's 2 times I've seen him try to hit one from outside the box. Well, the first one was blocked. This one went over the net, but just tells me, man, he's a kid playing with confidence right now. He sees an opportunity, he'll go for it. Why not? One of those can get smashed into the back of the net. Our CB's back line are hugely improved since the World Cup. Yeah, I can't believe that we have a back line of players playing at a kind of top level in Europe. Alistair Johnston, one of the best players on Celtic. Bombito going to Liga, going to be an important player there. Cornelius going to Liga, not even just going to Liga, but going to big teams there. Nice and Marseille, absolutely. And then Alphonso Davies playing his natural position at left back. Plays for Bayern, obviously. It's just Alex and I did a video a little ways ago, and we were comparing you guys should check it out. It's on One Soccer, but we were comparing the Canadian back line over the years. And we didn't even go that far back. I think we went to maybe 2015 or 2017, and we had players from the New York Cosmos. And I think this was 2015. I think it was New York Cosmos, a couple Polish teams, and maybe one player from MLS. Yankovic was the player at the New York Cosmos. It was just wild. And then you kind of see it transition a little bit into mostly like MLS, like an MLS back four. And then it's become this back four it is now, which is the level that we need to be able to compete at more a competitive level. Good save there from Maxime Crepeau. At times, the Canadian players were trigger shy. They've not been today. You love to see it. Yeah. Yeah, and there's been like there's nothing wrong. Like I don't look at Kyle Laren at that one opportunity and be like, you should have scored that. When like, I like the fact that he had a driving run. He took a shot. It wasn't. I don't think that was expected to go in the net, but it was a good effort. It required a good save from Schulte, and we got a corner out of it. Ali Ahmed's had a couple good looks. Didn't get the shot off. Didn't even get it really on target, but I like it. I like the attempts. I want to see what we can do here, and if we can, or just pass, like just calmly and coolly passing, like just a little 1-2 between Eustachio and Bombito. Releases Eustachio. Nice ball. Look at Davies. Ton of space. Poor ball in the end, but throw in deep in the US's end. Just little simple. Oh, nicely done. Look at Davies. That's what we like. Joe Scally, just out of the way. Oh, and Davies. I don't know if you guys caught that. Davies just ate shit and went over the boards. I hope he's okay. Kind of looked like he leaned into it. I don't know if you guys caught that, but he was going full speed. It kind of looked like he slowed down. But here comes the US in transition. That's a big save from Crepeau and over. Any of you guys see that? I want to see if it goes to the replay there. It looks like Davies was going full speed, trying to slow down, hit the boards at the end there, and flew over. I did not see him pop back up. But in transition there, it was a good run from Christopher Lund. And it was a good run and a good ball from Lund. It's a save that Crepeau should save. Put it back out to Lund, and then he just sent it way over the net. Would have loved to see Atiba Hutchinson in this team in his prime. I would have too. It was special to see Atiba go to the World Cup, but Davies is down. He I haven't showed a replay of it, but I just saw it at the very tail end before the camera moved, but he flew. Did a little, I don't know, looked like he did a little front flip. Looks like he might have hurt his wrist. Hopefully Davies is okay, but that whole, I wish I don't have a replay. I'm just talking to you guys, but I really like that from Canada. Oh, it is going to show it. So here comes Davies, full speed, makes the. Oh, he wasn't going that hard, but he did fly over the boards, pretty awkwardly. But it is something I really like watching from this Canadian team in this match. It's just how calm they are right now on the ball, and I can't rewind it and show you, but I'm gonna try to explain it. It was just a simple little 1-2. The United States aren't putting a ton of pressure on Canada. So if they just make the nice little easy passes, they can put themselves in a little bit of space. And Eustachio had the ball. He was getting closed down by, I think, Balogun. Made a little pass to Bombito. So Balogun went from Eustachio over to Bombito. And then Bombito just laid it back up, completely eliminating Balogun, basically eliminating the one player that was kind of pressing them. Eustachio walked into a ton of space, had an excellent switch over to Davies, and then Davies went down there and had a good little opportunity where he put a ball in the box. It was so simple in the midfield. Didn't require a lot. It's just because Canada's playing with confidence, and the United States just aren't really pressing them or making them have to turn the ball over. And that just looked so easy. Looked like a team that knew exactly what they were going to do, and they ended up releasing their best player down the left-hand side where you want him. That was a big elbow there on Derek Cornelius. Yellow card. Looked a little dirty. BC with the eyes. Forrest, Hutchinson, De Rosario. Imagine them on this team. That would have been fun. Those are some ballers back then. So what happened here? So I don't. Oh, yeah. Cornelius took a good elbow right to the nose from Balogun. Davies went for the hockey boards quick change. Yeah, on the fly. Does look like he's back and he's good right now, which is good. But let me know what substitutions you guys would do. We haven't seen any subs yet. this is a friendly, obviously, so you kind of expect more subs throughout. We have the game coming up against Mexico. So, I'd expect at least 5 subs, right? Like, you'd assume we already had 1, but it's also a game where Jesse Marsh wants to win. So I don't know, but Cornelius took one to the face, so his obvious sub would be Kamal Miller. I really want to see Seager come into a game like this. I just don't know anything about his fitness level. And what how many minutes they're looking at him. So I would like to imagine he'll come in, but I'm still leaning towards like the 80th minute maybe. But yeah, Cornelius took a good elbow to the face. I think Jesse's asking for a red. Kind of looked like it was an accident. Still a little dirty on a player who's Cornelius having a good game as well. Yeah, I don't know. And then yeah, I mean, I would like to see Russell Rowe maybe. Personally, I think I'd rather see Russell Rowe come on for Laren instead of Tanny. But I do think it will be Tanny, who's the first striker coming on. I want to see what Seager is about. I do too. I'd be very intrigued. Want to see Rowe or Oluwasi or Bear. So Bear's not with the team right now. He picked up an injury, but so Russell Rowe came in to replace him, so we could see him. I don't think we will. I think we'll see Tanny. I think we'll see Tanny at some point come on. Cornelius is getting bandaged up right now. He's got, I think, a little blood coming from the from his eyebrow. You should join Tax Stream. Maybe they'll ask me to come out to Pete's. Because usually the way they do it is Pete goes live right after the game and Tack does the watch along. So I think I've been invited a couple times, like to their post game or pre-game streams for Pete or Filippo. I don't know. Switched from Tack's live stream. That shit was depressing. I haven't. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how the U.S. fans are feeling, but as a Canadian fan, I feel good because we're winning, but I just feel good because of the performance, man. Our guys are just so much more up for it, and I don't think anyone's going to disagree with that. They're playing really, really well. They could be up 2 or 3-0 after that first half, and they're continuing on. Like that was a good run from Davies. And look at that, like another poor turnover. Tim Reed's having a really tough game. Oh, David! Oh, man. The U.S. men's national team cannot pass out of the back. Out of the back. Canada. Jonathan David smashes. David's the one who intercepts it. They deserve this lead, man. Damn. Oh man. I was just, that is wild. Just a much, much, much better team this game. 2-0, baby. And I think Jonathan Davis is now tied with Kyle Laren for the all-time leading goal scorer. Oh, I don't know how Filippo and Pete are feeling right now, but I can imagine that they'll be screaming. That was so poor. And I was just talking about, not even 5 minutes ago, I was talking about how Canada made it look so easy the way that they were just simply passing the ball. The United States put no pressure on them. It's just Balogun. And it was just a little easy 1-2 between Eustachio and Bombito to completely eliminate him. There's so much space for him to run into. He makes a switch. Davies has got a ton of space. Good opportunity comes from there. And then they keep doing it. They run down this American team. They are pressing. They are counter-pressing. And that's exactly what they did. Reem is under no pressure. He's had a poor game. He's had a really poor passing game as well. And he gives the ball away once again. And Jacob Schaffenberg, as I'm speaking, wins the ball from Timothy Tillman. Wins the ball back. David gives it to Laren. Laren has a kind of a flopped opportunity. It falls for David, and then he just smashes it home. This is such a poor performance from the U.S. men's national team. It's wild. It is wild, man. The U.S. should make a bunch of subs. It's just like look at the energy from this Canadian team. They're just running and winning the ball back. It doesn't really matter where it is on the pitch. Oh man, this is fun to watch. Let's see what you guys are saying. David, y'all hired the right one. This is hilariously awful from us. Great steal from David. Kings of CONCACAF. I hope Jesse twists the knife. I told you, Laren's job is to block the lane for the defenders. Yeah, Laren didn't want to score that one, but I don't know if he'll get an assist, if he'll come down to that or not. I mean, Tack just said that he's starting to hate this team. Well, there's a substitution coming in. Timothy Tillman comes off. Luca De La Torre goes on. Reem is so sexy, though. Canada's playing with grit and heart. The heck? Oh, man. Filippo blames... Yeah, this is Greg's. This is on Greg. Aiden Morris comes in. Canada ex-dual national has chosen the U.S. men's national team, and Aiden Morris comes in. I'm not going to lie. Would have been a player I would have loved to have, but Nico Seeger makes that hurt a lot less. But yeah, I don't know. The U.S. they just can't pass it to the back, man. Not with the pressure that this Canadian team is putting them under. Right there, a little run from Musa. It was, I mean, he drew the foul, but I'd say hardly. There's 4 Canadian shirts around him. He was going nowhere with it. Probably didn't need to foul him there, but Musa gets is Musa getting yellow? No, we did. So we got a yellow. This might be one of the worst U.S. performances I've seen. Granted, I don't see them often, or we're just that good. I mean, it's hard to tell, man. This is a bad performance from the U.S. for sure. I've watched the U.S. enough to know that, I don't know. I don't really know what to say. They aren't playing well. They're at home right now, and they're getting completely outplayed. They're really struggling right now. Just the press, they just can't handle it. They did okay here, but even they haven't made it to half yet. And I think Eustachio just won the foul here, and he did. It's just a masterclass. Just simply when it comes to pressing, when it comes to the way that this Canadian team is organized right now, the United States can't do anything. Even when they make 1-2 good passes to, get off a little bit of pressure, they couldn't even make it to the halfway before Eustachio got better ball position, won the foul, and Canada are going right back down the other way. And here comes Ali Ahmed. Just honestly at a bit of a loss for words. Oh, Richie is not great, and Richie wins it right back. I would say this Canadian team is looking like a club team. That's the only way I can kind of describe it. The way that they're pressing and putting this American team under so much pressure is wild. So it's a masterclass. I want to go back. Yeah, I mean, it's that or just the U.S. just decided not to play. Because the last time we've seen these two A teams go toe-to-toe was the Nations League final where the United States won that match and they deserved it. They were the better team. Now, we've had some players break out from then. We have players playing in, top leagues, and this is what's going to happen. But, I mean, this game, what I'm watching right now, I think it comes down to the fact that this Canadian team is more up for it. They're putting the U.S. under immense pressure when they have the ball. They don't know how to play themselves out of it. And we have a deserving 2-0 lead. Looking great, Canada. They are. They are, man. So much energy. But there's a lot of other little individual things, but just right now, the thing that's just smacking me in the face is just really how organized and how well that this Canadian team is pressing. Oh, Davies. A little swing and a miss right there. Oh, and a swing and a miss from Aiden Morris. Oh, the U.S. score, but I think it's offside. No, it's not. That's a bad goal to give up. Oh, that was ugly. Now, just talking about that. Hopefully the offside saves us. That was not great. Crepeau's like, what the heck happened there? I don't know how that wasn't offside. I don't know if I mean, this is a friendly. I don't know if there's VAR. Let's take a look here. It's just right here. Like Davies clears that, no issue. He swings and misses. I mean, it looks quite clearly offside. No, is that offside? Someone keeping him on? No, he's offside. It was an awful goal to give up. That's such a bad goal to give up. All right, we got some substitutions coming in. It's kind of kicking the gut right there. Yeah, I think that was offside. But, all right. Got a triple substitution. It's Eustachio, Schaffelberg, and Laren coming off. We got Tanny, Miller, and Azorio. So, pretty much the two substitutions I was talking about. Tanny coming on for Laren, and Miller coming on for Schaffelberg, and then an extra substitution comes in. And it's interesting that it's Stephanie Eustachio coming off and not Chouanière. I think Chouanière's had an excellent match so far, and it's Jonathan Azorio coming in. Probably indicates that Seager's not quite ready to start, or at least play this much. And it might need another substitution, actually. Cornelius is down a little bit. He took a nice elbow to the face. He got cut. He hasn't really looked like he's been enjoying himself since picking up that knock. I'm guessing that means Kyle Laren Kamal Miller's coming on. Oh, what do you guys think? Was that goal offside? It's not that it matters. There's no VAR. They're not gonna correct it, but let me know what you guys think. We got BC saying it was on. A couple of you guys saying that it was offside. No VAR. I think he would have been off. I don't know. I'm getting a mixed bag. Definitely offside, not offside, absolutely offside, but it shouldn't have even been close for a shot. Virtually a flawless game until we make such a poor error. Looks like the far defender just kept him on. Sure looked it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it was offside. It doesn't really matter. It's not like it can be corrected or anything. Just not. Oh, he's way off. Slow replay. I'm wrong. It's Joel Waterman coming on for Derek Cornelius. Interesting. A couple of you guys are saying Bombito kept him on. So it could be. I mean, the replay I saw, it looked like he was off. I guess I haven't seen another one. I don't know. It would have been close. I don't know. Doesn't matter. There's no VAR. It's a goal. It's 2-1. A little disappointing. Cornelius comes off. Bombito slides over to the left-hand side of the back four, and Waterman goes into the right-hand side. Kind of indicates to me, considering Cornelius is the left-sided center back. Oh, and a big opportunity already for the U. A big tackle there from Bombito. Well done. He's fired right up. Oh, man. It's a good little run from Balogun, but Moise Bombito, man. He's having a game. He's having a game. Oh, what a challenge. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look good for Kamal Miller. Kind of seems like he is not preferred. I would have expected him to be a straight swap with Derek Cornelius. Kept Bombito on the right. You have your lefty go on the left side, but maybe it's a foul for sure. Maybe he wants to get a look at Joel Waterman. Kind of intrigues me. We're at the 70th minute here. Got another substitution coming from the U.S. Haji Wright's coming on, and I believe it's Musa coming off. Add another thing, a lot of people were saying too hard on Liam Miller during Copa America. Those that say bad things about the guy don't understand the job he's tasked with doing. Yeah, I stuck up for Liam Miller throughout Copa America, and a lot of the U.S. or a lot of the Canadian fan base didn't quite like it. I just think, I think he kind of like Kyle Aaron does a lot of really good things off the ball. I thought, especially in the first game against Argentina, Davies and Miller had chemistry. They were creating problems. That was more of an open game. I think he brings a lot of energy. I think he can bring a little bit of magic. I just think at times he makes the wrong decision in the final third, and that's what frustrates Canadian players. But I mean, if you watch him on the because he's played wingback, he's been able to, I think, mold into a player down that left-hand side that Jesse Marsh will really like. And I think that was a foul on Liam Miller right there. But he's very good at driving forward, and I think that there's chemistry there to be tapped into a little bit between Miller and Davies. We just didn't really see it because he kind of lost his spot because Schaffelberg was, such an impact sub that he ended up becoming the starter and had a really, really strong tournament. So kind of mix those two things together with Schaffelberg, doing really good things and Miller maybe making a couple not ideal decisions in the final third. I just think the Canadian players, our fan base was like, all right, we need to see Schaff start. But I think Liam can definitely do a job. And he's off to a really good start with Hull City right now. I think he's already got the most take-ons or successful take-ons in the championship. He's got an assist or two already, definitely one assist. And he's looked really positive for Hull. So, definitely a player that I think is going to have... Oh, look at that. Look at that. That was an excellent job right there from Liam Miller, speaking of him. Because he's quick. He's good at winning the ball back. And he's very fast. Davies will ask a lot of you. Whoever plays on that left-hand side, you'll have to find chemistry with Davies to kind of become a lock in that position. But yeah, I would imagine that was a card. No, that was really well done there from Miller. Here comes Davies. Finds Osorio. Chouanier. Nice ball. Couldn't quite get it down though. That should have been card. That's a card, yeah. I would have thought that would have been yellow too, but I guess not. Beautiful switch there from Chouanier. Nice touch as well from Ali Ahmed. Takes on Christopher Lund. Ali's had a good game. It's been a little bit quieter in the second half, but when he's got the ball, he's still just so calm with it. Well, things got shaken up there a little bit after that U.S. goal, so see how Canada can bounce back. Richie. Who do you guys think been the player of the game so far? Ah, poor touch. I'm leaning towards Bombito now, if I'm being completely honest. Let me know who your guys' player of the match would be. I mean, it can be from the US or Canada, but I don't think anyone in the US has shined, and I think their goal was offside and only really happened because of a kind of a mess on our half. I thought Ali Ahmed was probably the player of the half in the first half, but I'm starting to think overall Bombito is, I think, just, I don't know, taking over a little bit more. I think David's had a really good game too. So yeah, I'm going to say Bombito. Gord says Bombito. We got Bombito or David. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's been a lot of good performances. Here comes Schwanier. What can he do? Well done. Or no, that was Oso. David has been excellent as well. Goal, assist, link up play, the little things. Yeah. David's had a good game. Has had a good game as well. And what I can't remember. I think it might have been you, Kilo. One of you guys said it, and you said it really well. The way that he just kind of, or maybe it was Gord. It's just the way that David can just kind of almost hide on the pitch, and he can drop down. He can link up there. He finds his way to get himself in really important positions. He's been a workhorse as well. I always say this, and it's just part of his game, but he is one of the best pressing strikers in world football. And it's so nice probably for Jesse Marsch to have a player like him in this start, at his disposal, because he can do everything that Jesse wants from defending from the front. And yeah, and apparently he's tied with Kyle Aaron for the most goals for the Cayman's national team with 29. But I think when it comes to Bombito, he's just been a machine back there. He's done a little bit of everything on the defensive side. Like even right there, there's under a little bit of pressure, but that's a tough ball. It's coming in at an awkward position. He takes it down well, gets it out. The recovery runs are impressive, but we know he's fast. But still, he's gotten himself in really well-positioned tackles. And even that one right there, like he received an awkward ball, he got it down, and he was still able to get it, so it was a goal kick and not a corner kick or even turned into a goal. Cade Cowell coming in. Some of you guys don't seem to like that. Cade Cowell's having a good season with Chivas right now. I saw him at Tim Hortons Field when he played Forge, and he was by far the best player of that game. I think he had 2 goals and an assist. He was fantastic. Obviously, this is different than playing a CPL team. But here he's come. He's quick, but look at Bombito. Can't quite get there, but Crepeau does. Anyone checking on Filippo? How's he doing? The US scored a pretty ugly goal. I don't know if that would have cheered him up at all. I still feel like he's going to be disappointed. How many subs have we used right now? We have Waterman, Larea, Azorio, Miller, and Tanny. So we've used 5 subs so far. I'm thinking Russell Rowe will probably come on for David later in the game. It's got to be a foul. Well done, Liam. I don't know if Nico will come on or not. If he's healthy enough and it can go, I'd love to see him come on maybe for Ahmed. And then just push Schwanier out a little bit and have Nico go in the midfield. We got Oso. Oh, well done. Good little 1-2 between Ahmed and Larea, and we lost it. And at the end of the day, lads, we have to remember it's all about what Jesse wants, and what Jesse wants should be tattooed. So we know it, yeah. But this important Jesse's vision has come to life today. Yeah, and you saw moments throughout Copa America, which he hasn't had the team for that long, where you saw Jesse's identity already kind of taking shape. David looking for Miller, but gets a corner. Yeah, no, there's you saw a lot of what Jesse wants from this team in this game so far, for sure. But there's a lot of times throughout Copa America where you're like, okay, this is what Jesse wants, but it's just seeing it out and knowing the right time, I guess, to lay off. So the Uruguay match, giving up that late equalizer was definitely a tough pill to swallow. I just didn't understand why we put ourselves in the position to get countered the way that we did. So I'm kind of curious to see in a friendly like this, how he'll kind of approach these last 20, or I guess 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, depending on additional time. Because we are just approaching the 80th minute. Here comes Liam. Oh. Finds Chouanier. Oh. Copa was practiced. Today is today with his vision. Yeah, he's got to be happy so far. I mean, one of you guys said it earlier, and I agree. Like, it was pretty flawless up until the goal we conceded, which that just kind of rubs you the wrong way, man. It does. It just didn't need to happen. It was very preventable. But I want to see how I kind of want to see how they respond. We're in the 80th minute now. I don't want to see another late goal conceded. I don't want to see a 2-goal lead, blown. I want to see this game out. I think it's important. So I want to see how Jesse and his team can adapt. I mean, the US have not played overly well. Like, their one goal was kind of our own fault. So let's see if what we can do here. To be fair, I like how Miller has looked since coming on. Yeah, I thought Liam's looked really positive coming on. I think he's already drew like 3 or so fouls. Ow. A bug just bit me. Yeah, if you guys are just joining us, drop a like on the stream. Let me know what your guys' biggest takeaway was of the game so far, or let me know who your favorite player, or the best player on the pitch was today for you. For me, it was Bombito. And I think David can be up there, and I think Ahmed can be up there, but I think for me it's Bombito. I've really liked what Liam's done so far since coming on. Haven't really noticed Osorio a little bit. Not that much. Pepe's coming on though. Balogun coming off. Probably a bit of a frustrating game for Balogun. If we can get some important dual nationals, we will be a complete team. I mean, we have depth in a lot of areas. Like, we have good keepers. I know it's MLS, but I mean, if you look at the Americans' keepers, they're not in a great position. But I mean, I think Crepeau should have been the keeper of the tournament. Oh, that's a foul once again. No. Yeah, it's got to be a foul. Elbow to the face. But we have a good keeper. Our back four are all playing high level Europe. Basically, our midfield is too. I mean, you have Kone, Eustachio, and Chouanier, if you want to throw him in there, playing all in Europe. Buchanan when he's healthy. If not, I mean, you have Ahmed, who's I think will be heading to Europe soon. Schaffelberg, Miller down the sides. I mean, we got a ton of striker depth. David Laren, Tanny, Russell Rowe, Bear. We have decent depth. The one big worry was, I think, at the 6th position, maybe a little bit more at the center backs position as well. But we have a 26-year-old and a 24-year-old who are going to be basically the faces of this back four. It's a good ball for a while now. We have Joel Waterman, who's, I guess, getting tested out right now. In the midfield, you have Kone, Eustachio, Chouanier. You can push Ahmed in there if you wanted to. And then Seeger's a big number 6 recruitment that, I think over the next year or so, I think he could be a big player for this team. Next match, Canada versus Mexico. I'm excited for that one as well. A couple good friendlies. Canada played really well today. Mexico has not been in a good run of form in the last few years as well, so kind of feel like we'd be favorites for that one. And there's a good foul one there from Ali Ahmed. Good run. to win that. Coverage. 3/4 water, 1/4 Bombito. I think we'll be the kings of CONCACAF if we end up beating Mexico. Kings of CONCACAF is a difficult term because, you know, we've only become successful recently, and it's hard. It's hard. Like, kings of current CONCACAF, maybe you could put us in that fight, but long term, like, I mean, look at the U.S. going to a World Cup. They've, plenty of times made it out of the group. They've made it to a quarterfinals. They just made it to the round of 16. We haven't won yet at a World Cup. I think considering we had a really poor 2023 and doing that 4th place finish, I think is something that we really need. And if you look at the transfer window this past summer, I think that's one of the biggest wins that the Canadian program has had. So many of our players have gotten moves and top moves that I think if you're a US fan, you would have loved. I mean, 2 players going to Marseille, a player going to Nice, Bear moving from Scotland to Liga. Like, big moves in areas that we needed players to be playing at a competitive level. But I don't know. I don't know what you guys. It's hard to have that conversation, Kings of CONCACAF, because if you go over history, then I don't think Canada is up there. It'd probably be the United States still. And current, though, like in the last year or so, I think that Canada's got a case. World Cup qualifying was successful. We had a bad World Cup. We lost to the Nations League final. Pepe, that's a big save from Crepeau. But our Copa America was great. And things are looking up. That was a big save. Big save, though, from Maxime Crepeau. This U.S. team would be relegated in Serie B. Do you think Canada will get a 3rd before the 90th? I don't know. Probably not. I'm going to say it probably will end 2-1, or the United States will probably score. They just had a really good opportunity, and that's an excellent save from Maxime Crepeau. Good run there. Because it's later in the game. Canada's probably, or they should, probably sit back a little bit. We saw what happened in the 3rd place match in Copa America. Put too many bodies forward, got caught. I think that's Bombito down, and that's not great either. I think Kone is going to get a big move either just before or after World Cup. He looks like the real deal. Immensely talented, and De Zerbi can craft him as well. Well said. I think the Kone to Marseille move is perfect. De Zerbi is a manager I rate highly, and he's got a very good success record when it comes to midfielders and getting the best out of them. He said he wanted Kone. I think he's got a good role for him, and this Marseille team is flying right now. That was a big save from Crepeau, though, man. Wow, that was stung, man. The U.S. I mean, it's a friendly. It's not the end of the world, but I want to win this game. Really want to win this game, mostly for Jesse. I think he really wants this, and the Canada's played fantastic so far. Nice recovery run there from Davies, and Crepeau calmly plays it out of the back. That's what you like to see. Not a great pass there from Miller, though, but Canada do get the ball back. Nicely done from Ali Ahmed. Just puts that little extra in to get it to Jonathan David. He's got nobody with him, though. It would feel like it would sting, I think, if we don't get a win here. We must win. Winning is everything. Yeah, I mean, I want to win because it's a bad pass. There you go. Chouanier. I want to win because I just think we were the better team throughout this entirety of the game. Jonathan David just takes a big old kick at Luca de la Torre. And Canada win the ball back, and away they go. No one really helping out. Is that Liam? Yeah, it is. They need to start wasting time. Yeah, we're at the 88th minute. I don't know how many minutes will be added. I'm going to guess around 4 or 5. Canada is starting to sit back. The U.S. will have more of the ball, and we'll see if We can keep him out. Hasn't been a forte of ours. It's a good ball. Joe Scally, but there's Bombito once again. And good pass. And there's Jonathan David once again, man. He has been all over the place as well. I see Steven Afrifa. Oh, what a turn from Tanny. All right, play him out. Attaboy. Take a hit. I'm guessing Ali's coming off. But Jesse Marsh did say that we were going to see Steven Afrifa in both of the friendly matches against the United States and Mexico, and I forgot he said that until I just saw Steven's number. I recently did an interview with him along with Alex that will be going up on One Soccer. I don't know when. I'm guessing maybe tomorrow or Monday. But a really good guy. Well spoken as well. And I'm excited for him. So he's about to make his Canadian debut. And there's 6 additional minutes. Just hit the 90th. 6 minutes to go. I see Steven Afrifa getting ready to come on. And someone and Nathan Saliba, couple debuts. It's exciting. I'm curious to see. I think Saliba will probably come on first 1 year, would be my guess. Guess we'll see Nico another day. Yeah, I didn't know. Look at Bump. I know it's Davies and Bumpito. Well done. Here, I think are they coming out? Yeah, no, not making the sub. Oh. Well, they're waiting to come on. Are they gonna call it? No. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna guess Schwanier and Ahmed's coming off. Steven Afrifa will go out on the right for Ali Ahmed, and Nathan Saliba will go in the midfield for Matthew Schwanier. Matthew Schwanier has had a good game, though. Nice ball. Annie. Oh, there you go. Release him. Come on. Oh, it's a good run. But again, we're putting a lot of bodies forward. Expect people to get back. It's what we did in, in our bronze medal match in Copa America, and we got bit in the butt and pretty much the last kick of the game. Thank you, Tim Ream, for your 2 turnovers. Resulted in the 2 Canadian goals. Yeah, he's had a tough game. He's really struggled playing out of the back like that. What time? 92 minutes, 51 seconds. So there's 16 additional minutes. So basically, we have 3 to go. Assuming we got to make our save. Our subs. Here they come. All right, couple debuts. Nathan Saliba and Steven Afrifa. Come on for their Canadian debuts. I like it. Good experience for talented young players. Thank you, Tim. Canada Kings of CONCACAF. I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know. You have to define it, because if you use history, we're not the Kings of CONCACAF. But if you're going current Kings, I still don't know. I mean, this is a friendly match, but the Copa America is an excellent indicator of where we're at. But at the same time, our last A side versus A side match against the United States was in the Nations League final, and they defeated us quite comfortably. But I mean, we do look like two completely different teams in that match. I don't know. I won't say too much about it. I'll just say that Canada had a very impressive performance today. I'd like to see them see this thing out. A win for Jesse. Yeah, it was Jonathan David who came off for Stephen Africa. So Ali Ahmed played the entire 90 minutes, and I think that's fair with the way that he's played today. A really good performance, and see the win in the midfield for Schwanier as we expected. Davies as well to win the ball. It looked like a handball, but he doesn't get it called, and he wins the foul. USA will never be good at. What were your thoughts on Schwanier? I thought Schwanier had a really good performance. He looked really, really comfortable in the midfield. I've said for a while that I think Schwanier would really, really suit the way that Jesse wants to play, which is why I was surprised to see Osorio as much as we did at Copa America. So I just feel like just with the legs that he has, the way he presses, the way he moves, he's an intelligent player. He's a set piece specialist as well. He's an important player to have on. I thought Osorio played well throughout Copa America, but I was just a little bit surprised. But today he looked so comfortable, so calm in the midfield. Made some really strong tackles. He tracked back well. He was over some set pieces too. I thought he looked good. I thought Liam Miller came on. He's looked great, just winning the ball there. There's a lot of really good performances. But Bombito's at the top for me, man. He was just a wall, just a absolute wall. And Ahmed probably would go next up. And that's a good ball right there to Tanny. Tim's not going to be able to get that. Oh yeah, right by Tim. Oh, and he nutmegs him. Oh man. And that's the game. Beautiful. Big performance for the Canadian national team. Damn, man. That is a big performance. All right, let's do my 5 takeaways, and I'll get out of here. Let me know your guys' 5 takeaways from the match. I'm trying to think about what some of mine are here as I type them up. My 5 full-time takeaways. I'd say Canada's I'd honestly start with Canada's pressing game was incredible. That's one of the biggest things I noticed, the way that we won the ball back a ton. I'd say Bombito was the man of the match. I'm trying to think who else. Ahmed, Davies, David. Who else David had a really good game. Ahmed had a really good game. Davies had a really good game. Anybody else I'm kind of missing? I guess Schwanier as well. Yeah, I can say they all had standout games. What do you guys think? Let me know some of you guys' 5 takeaways. I'm missing one. Yeah, the subs were impressive too. Canada's pressing game was incredible. David, Ahmed, Davy, Chouanier with standout performances. Bombi to lose the man of the match. Deserved win. All right, I got them all. My 5 takeaways, and we'll get into some of yours, and I'll roll out. Where Canada's pressing game was incredible. David, Ahmed, Davy, Chouanier, all with standout performances. Bombito, for me, was the man of the match. Played with swagger, and I loved it. I mentioned that quite a bit. Deserved win and a special moment for Jesse Marsh. All right, I think that's fair. See what a couple of you guys are saying before we get out here. Smash the like, says Tyrone. Tanny did well. Yeah, Tanny was good off the bench. Liam was really good off the bench. Haven't won in the U.S. since 57. Did not know that. Ahmed, David, Chouanier, all with really good. Historic win. Just joined the stream. Someone please educate me. How was that U.S. goal? Yeah, it looked. I think it was offside. It's definitely a very avoidable goal. Kind of, but hey, we saw it out. We saw it the game. Also important. So I'm just happy. Happy game, and I'm gonna head out. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to the watch along. I'll post my 5 takeaways video later today. We have a preview coming up with Jack from Deadball TV. Excited to chat with him. And we'll do the Mexico watch along and 5 takeaways as well. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. And we'll talk to you soon. Cheers, friends.